Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Yakuza Kiwami 2. On the last episode, we decided to go back to Club 4Shine in order to try and train the girls and take part in the Fresh League Championship. And then we won the Fresh League Championship and we're on our way over to, if I can remember correctly, give me one sec, the Paradise League. And then after that, we got the Executive League and the Millionaire League. Basically, I finally got back to the Hostess Club Cabaret minigame. I should say Cabaret Club. It's not a Hostess Club. There's a difference. However, as I was going about town doing my business, I got over to the Kukuru food stall. And when I got over there, I got an email from Granny White, which is right here. Howdy, Casa Chan. How you doing? Scooting my butt over back to Suttambori over near Bushamon Bridge right now. I'm loving every second of it. People are so happy, plus you get a real good bargain at the shops. Why don't you swim by? You helped me when I was up in Camarocho, so now it's my turn to be helping you. Catch you later. Granny White. So yeah, I made my way over to Bushamon Bridge, and we're gonna see what Granny wants. Hasn't actually been that long since we've seen her, but hey, she's a cool grandma. Hey there, Granny. Looks like you're doing well. What if it ain't my Casa Chan? How's Suttambori treating ya? Fabulous, huh? It's, pretty good, yeah. Despite all of the, killing attempts. Don't gotta be so modest. Great food, crowded streets, and prices so cheap you can get as many souvenirs as you want. Why don't you buy yourself a little something, Casa Chan? It ain't every day you get to spend time down in Suttambori. Not a bad idea. I'll think about it. Oh, speaking of souvenirs, I forgot to grab something in Camarocho. I was gonna buy myself some handmade cookies, too. That's okay. At your age, it's more about making the memories than eating souvenirs, isn't it? No, it ain't. Hey, I got an idea. You should buy some for me next time you're up there, Casa-chan. What? Do I have to? Aw, come on, don't be like that. Think of it as a present for your dear old granny. Plus, I'll give you a reward if you do. Alright, I'll try to remember. Thank you much, Casa-chan. Looking forward to it. Well, this is where I do the big brain mix-up, Granny, because I already have handmade cookies. I got them in advance just for this situation. Well, actually, not for just this situation. I just happen to have handmade cookies on me. I didn't cheat, I swear. Oh, Casa-chan, how's your hunt for handmade cookies coming along? Well, here you go. Simple handmade cookies wrapped delicately for your convenience. Oh, you did good, Casa-chan. You did real good. Better took all your cunning to get your mitts on these babies. Sorry for making you go through all that. I mean, to be fair, I could have baked some myself. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how good Kiryu is in the kitchen, but cookies aren't that hard to make. Yeah. I made cookies. Really delicious ones. Anyway, damn it, now I'm hungry. Oh, don't worry about that. It was nothing. So humble, Casa-chan. Such a good boy. Oh yeah, almost forgot I promised you a reward. Here you go. Scroll of the Golden Wall. This is the scroll? Yep. Got some of the finest Lotus School techniques inside, so read up. I got some spare reading glasses if you need them. I think I'll be alright. Thanks, Granny. Okay, not that I don't appreciate this, because this will surely help me out. That being said, you traded away the secrets of your golden school, the secrets which people have been trying to kill you for in order to succeed you. You gave all that away for a handful of cookies. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't do anything stupid for cookies either, so I'm not one to judge. That being said, let's see what we got. Scroll of the Golden Wall. You were able to learn the Lotus Golden Wall technique. Allows you to block blades, bullets, and the full name is Lotus School Art of the Mighty Golden Wall. Holy shit, that'll be useful. Jesus, I wish I could have used that against Shinji now that I think about it. God, that would have been so much easier. Yeah, I still think we did a good job. Alright, cool. Now, you may have guessed from the sub-story title, but this isn't the first request that Granny has for us, and There are a couple others. However, you need to be in a very specific place in order to get the email, as far as I'm aware, so... Guess we're going back to Kamurocho. Oh. Another email. Howdy, Casa Chan. You doing good? Remember how I was doing about that sweet baby boy Yuya when I was up in Kamurocho? Well, see, I didn't. I looked to snag a photo of the guy or something. You seem to know him. Think you can lend me a hand? Sounds like Granny White wants a photo of Yuya. Guess I'll see if I can help. I should head over to Stardust and talk to Yuya. I mean, I guess that makes sense. I mean, it had a headshot of a host? Is that a thing females want? Is that a thing that's a regular thing to ask? I actually don't know now that I think about it. Well, anyway, regardless. Hopefully now with everything sorted out with Yuya and his old gang, he'd be happy to oblige the request.
Kiryu-san.
Good to see you, Kiryu-san. What brings you by? Hey there, Yuya. I actually have an odd favor I need to ask. Oh yeah? Don't worry, Kiryu-san. I can handle anything you throw at me. Good. Brace yourself, then. There's this old lady I know who's hell-bent on getting a photo of you. Think you can oblige her? That's it? I'd be glad to. Don't want to disappoint my adoring fans, after all. I should have one somewhere around here. Oh yeah, got one from a while back. Took it to help advertise the club. Think that'll work? I'm sure it'd be perfect. Can I have it?
Hi.
Yeah, just give me a sec to look for it. Be back in a flash. God, thank God she didn't want to see Kazuki. That would have been a little bit more awkward, given the situation. Sorry to leave you hanging like that, Kiryu-san. Here you go, one photo of yours truly. Nice headshot. Thanks, Yuya. I hope this didn't cut into your schedule too much. Oh, don't worry about it. I'm happy to take some time to give my fans what they want. Helps the club in the long run, too. Speaking of, tell your lady friend to stop by Stardust sometime. I'd be glad to give her a tour of the place. Will do. Thanks again, Yuya. Yeah, sorry. Gotta clear my throat there for a sec. Well, I guess with that, I'll meet you guys back in Sotenbori. Jesus, I swear to God, I tried to give Sotenbori the time of day since it's been a while since we've been able to walk around there, and then next thing you know, you're back in Kamurocho. Doing Coliseum battles, or freaking trying to get headshots of hosts. It's nuts, I tell you. Anyway, for real though, be back in a splash. You know, Granny, I would say that you need to take better care of your secret arts and all, because I'm pretty sure that's what you're about to give me, but you are giving them to me, so... What can I say? I like free stuff. Oh, Casa Chan, thought I died here waiting for you. Glad to see you back here before that happened. Now, did you bring me a photo of Yuya? Well, here you go, Granny. Wow, I always knew Yuya to be the spice in my rice. What a face. This must have been tough to find, huh? Pretty boy like him, probably a ton of fans. It was actually pretty easy. All you had to do was ask. Thank you much for this, Casa Chan. Let me give you a little something for your trouble. Scroll of the impenetrable body. Another scroll. This looks like the one you gave me last time. There's a reason for that. You see, it's part 2 of the trilogy. Got even more nice Lotus School's techniques crammed in there. Sounds interesting. Thanks, Granny. Come on back soon, Casa Chan. Will do, Granny. Will do. But unfortunately, it won't be for a while, because we do have a third request, but we can't do it yet. In fact, we can't do it for a few more chapters, now that I think about it, which means I'll deal with it then. Okay, so we have 2 more sub-stories that we can do right now, and I think we get them done for this episode. And then that will clear up Sotenbori, and then we can move on. But please don't interrupt the show, man. You call that a show? Sound more like a damn pig calling out for his mama. Don't you think, buddy? I think that's a bit extreme. Extreme is right. It's just bad. It's straight up noise pollution. I'd rather jam pencils into my eardrums than have to listen to another note of this bullshit. Noise pollution? You heard me, Peggy. Ain't no other word for it. I know music, and that vow shit wasn't it. You know, I feel like this guy would change his tune if I made him listen to the rap album. I feel like he'd be a little bit more obliged to listen to this man right here. So, why don't you go on home? If you keep spewing that filth in my airwaves, I'm gonna have to get nasty. Wait. Please. Hey, cut the kid some slack. Excuse me? You really sticking up for this tone-deaf sack of yodels? Well, fine. If I gotta silence you to silence him, then you leave me no choice. Bring it! Jesus, man really likes his music. I mean, I'm all for respecting the arts, but calm down, dude. Probably wasn't that bad. I didn't even get a chance to listen to it. Ugh, alright, just hang in there for a sec, kid. Oh, get to you. Once I'm done with this. Freaking passionate people, I swear to God. Alright. Get down there. Man, that's a weird animation. I know that's the animation that happens when you try to grab on the stairs because of the height distance, but it's still funny to me. Speaking of height distance, I'm trying to see if there's any way I can climb on something to get a very specific heat move. Doesn't look like that'll be the case. You can actually climb over stuff way easier in Project Judge, which is pretty cool. That's something I'm definitely looking forward to. Nope! Learned that one from a jujitsu master! Well, more like a jujitsu kid, but damn if he didn't throw me around a lot. First I get my ears split open by terrible music, then I get my face split open by this asshole. What a fucking day. Shouldn't have caused a ruckus then, dick. Thanks a ton. How am I ever gonna repay you? Yeah. No thanks needed. Besides, you seem a little down on your luck to be offering anything. Ain't that the truth? I'm Takuyo Yoshioka, by the way. Kiryu, you been sitting here long? Yeah. I just started a couple days ago. I used to bust on the other side of town, but some punks got on my case and handed my ass to me. See the cuts on my face? That was his handiwork. Seems like everywhere I go, there's always someone trying to keep me down. Oh, you've got it rough, kid. No need to pity me. I mean, I have ears. I can tell I suck. But music means the world to me. Whenever life's gotten me down, music has been there to pull me back up. That's why I write songs. If my music can help someone who's stuck in the same ruts as I am, then I feel like I've made a difference, you know? So you compose your own work? Sure do. When I get a guitar in my hands, the melodies just spring forth from my music like fingers like magic. Can't even count how many songs I've written. That's impressive. Serious talent is born from that kind of dedication. Thanks. That means a lot. Actually, I've even auditioned for a few major record labels, but they kept dropping me mid-session. Said my songs were great, but my voice dragged them down into the gutter. I wish I could get my message out to a larger audience, but there's just no way. No other voice like mine. It doesn't matter how good my songs are. When you've got a voice like a horse, the music dies. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. Yeah. That's not true. If you weren't, you wouldn't have endured all these beatings just to stick with it. If that's not love, I don't know what is. You can never abandon music. Yeah, you're right. Sorry for whining like that. I'm going to keep trying. Music is my life, after all. I might suck, but it's what I love. Glad you came around. Thank you so much for hearing me out. I'm here performing pretty often, so swing by sometime. I'll sing a song just for you. I might sound like nails on a chalkboard, but I put my heart into every note I sing. Sounds good. I'll see you around. I can't wait. You know, with most other sub-stories, we would then go on a quest in order to try and, you know, bring this boy's confidence up or to get his son out there, but nope. We sorted it all right there and then. I'm glad for him. That reminds me of, anyone know of a director called Ed Wood? Ed Wood was pretty famous for, making movies and being extremely passionate about them, but by God, he sucked. Like, if you watch any of his movies, you can tell that they are absolute garbage, but by God, the man loved making movies, and that's why, a lot of people came to, respect him. And there was actually a really good movie made about his, it was sort of like an autobiography of his life, and it was actually one of Johnny Depp's, one of his, first biggest roles. So, it's actually pretty cool. I recommend giving it a watch. I can't remember what it was called. I think it was... What was it? I can't remember off the top of my head. But if you type in Ed Wood... If you look up Ed Wood movie, then you should find it. Anyway. Hey, did you see the news? They're making Yakuza Sunset 4.
Cool.
Wonder if this one will be any good. Sunset 3 cut out all the best parts, you know. Well, that's what happens when you change directors. 1 and 2 were so perfect, how could they hope to top them? Yeah, beats me, but hey, they're filming this one right here in Sotobori. Saw them scouting over by Bishamon Bridge. Are you serious? Come on, let's try and make it as extras. I'm ready for my big street debut. Wouldn't be much of a debut if we are on street for 2 seconds without a single line of dialogue. Sounds like they're shooting a Yakuza movie around here. I guess the locale works. I think that'll be worth looking into, Kiryu. That could be a lot of fun. That being said, I'm so curious if them mentioning how, Yakuza Sunset 3 cut out some of the best bits is actually a reference to, Yakuza 3's original localization, where they actually cut out, a big chunk of the side stuff from the game. I wonder if that was actually just a sneaky reference by the localization team. That'd be interesting if that's the case. If not, then I might be looking too much into it. So this is where the filming's supposed to happen, right? Oh, man. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, no, it was my fault. I can't seem to do anything right.
Boy.
Wait, you dropped something. Guess I'll go track him down, Yakuza Sunset 4. Isn't this the script of that movie those kids were talking about? The movie is still in production. This must be pretty important. I better track that guy down. It looked like he was heading up to Sotobori Street. Looks like he's in the bar wallowing away in his self-pity. He did seem pretty down. Alright. There he is. I think that's the guy who dropped the Yakuza Sunset 4 script. Better get this back to him. Alright, let's go. Yep, definitely looks like you went up to the bar. Oh boy, this is gonna be a fun one. Hey, aren't you the guy I bumped into on the bridge? No, I was the one not paying attention, but I'm glad I found you. You dropped this. Don't worry, I didn't read it. Wow, you really tracked me down to give me this back? That means a lot. I feel like this Yakuza Sunset thing has a lot of people talking. You must be a pretty big fan. Well, I used to be. Nowadays, I don't know how I feel about it. What do you mean?
Nani?
Wait, you're not a fan, but the director of the Yakuza Sunset movies? That's right. No, I've only actually been responsible for one of them so far. Yakuza Sunset Free, the one everyone hated. My name's Sudanano. Kiryu. As you might have suspected, those pages are actually the script for Yakuza Sunset 4, Kiryu-san. We're planning on using Bishamon Bridge in the film, so I went ahead to scout it out a bit. I see. You seem pretty down about all this, Sugano-san. What's really the problem? It's this whole film. I have no idea how to proceed with it. I feel like I've lost my vision. My mise-en-scène. What do you mean? Every day on the set of Sunset Free was like a dream. I loved it. I'd even stay up all night editing the reels. Everything seemed perfect until the movie debuted. It was like I had woken up from my dream to a real-life nightmare. Every forum on the net was in an uproar, talking about how Sunset Free was a disgrace to the franchise. They were calling for me to step down, or worse. The internet sounds like a cruel place. Oh, you have no idea! The worst part was, once I'd calmed down and rewatched it, I agreed with them. I don't know what that I deserved to direct another one. I gave it my best effort, but that just wasn't good enough. I couldn't capture the magic of the old sunsets. And it struck me thinking, if all I'm going to do is drag the series through the mud, maybe I should step down. Well, at least that explains what's got you so down. If you don't mind me asking, how'd you end up in the director's chair for the movie? And what happened to the original director? He retired to some far-off corner of the earth, nobody even knows where. But with the fan base Sunset has, the film company couldn't just let it die, so they chose me to head it up. I was a huge fan, but I found out the hard way that loving a movie as a fan and making one yourself are very different things. I knew it'd be a challenge to live up to the expectations and the hype, but I didn't expect to get eviscerated for my best efforts. If only I could replicate the way the old director did things. But none of this is your problem, Kiryu-san. Sorry for talking your ear off with this sob story. It's okay. I hope having someone to lend an ear helped. Well, the show must go on. I'll see you around, Kiryu-san. The poor guy is really struggling. Next time I'm at a video store, maybe I'll check out the Yakuza Sunset Free. Interesting. Maybe if we watch this movie, we can give a few pointers. Okay. Yeah, I'm down for this. Come on, let's go, Kiryu. Let's go to the video store right away. Is there actually a video store in Sotenbori, or do I have to... do I have to, go back to, freaking Kamurocho again? I might have to go back to Kamurocho again. God damn it. Okay, right. I'll watch the movie. Probably show it on camera. I'll be back in a flash. Alright, turns out there was a video store in Sotenbori. I'm just blind. Welcome to Gantara, sir. Anything strike your fancy? That reminds me. I wanted to check out Yakuza Sunset Free for Sugano. Sure, could be up for that. Great, sir. Enjoy yourself. Alright, let's see if Yakuza Sunset Free is really as bad as Sugano says it is. It couldn't be, right? It's about a Yakuza who betrays his clan to protect the woman he loves. Admirable. The characters are actually pretty fleshed out, too. Not only that, but the actors did a great job of bringing them to life. Can't complain about the music, either. It really heightens the tension. Wow, I didn't realize Kiryu was such a film buff. I guess watching all of those dumb movies in Kamurocho has really increased his palate. But there's something off about the action. It's supposed to be a Yakuza movie, but the fights don't feel extreme enough. It's just about over. The protagonist finally defeated the clan and is about to elope with the woman he loves. But as he's leaving the HQ, he gets stabbed in the back by a clan member he'd raised like his own son. The last shot is his lover waiting at the station for her sweetheart to show up, but he never does. Well, I finished the movie. Maybe if I head back to Stygial, I'll run into Sugano again. Maybe I can help him out now that I've seen his work. Well, from my impression of how Kiryu was reacting to it, people seem to be giving it a bit of a tough time for no reason. I mean, yeah, the action wasn't perfect, but still. Definitely seems like an admirable attempt. And we'll be able to help him. Come on, Kiryu. Let's go make ourselves an Oscar-winning masterpiece. And by us making it, I mean helping someone else make it. Damn, Sagano's not here. Hey, aren't you one of the guys who was here babbling about movies earlier? Hmm? I thought you were going to be sorry, sir. I eat, sleep, and breathe the silver screen. You want to talk a little shop? Sure, let's talk. Sure, I like movies as much as the next guy. Great. Go on up and pull a stool. Name's Fukatsu. Only thing that makes throwing back drinks better is getting to talk movies while you do it. I'm Kiryu. I actually watched Yakuza Sunset 3 recently. Are you familiar with it? Oh, I remember lining up for that one when it first hit theaters. Remind me again what it's about, though. A Yakuza that fights off a colossal monster, a young girl who swaps bodies with a Yakuza. That'd be a Freaky Friday movie and a half. But no, it's a Yakuza who fights for the woman he loves. It's about an admirable Yakuza who betrays his clan to protect the woman he loves. The characters were so realistic, I couldn't help but get drawn in by it. You got that right. Characters can really make or break a flick like that. And if you ask me, the characters are what gave Sunset Free its charm. The last scene is what sealed it, though. The poor woman waiting at the station. That was a piece of art. Yeah, and the ending really left an impression on me, too. There's just something about a bittersweet ending that strikes right the chord. Or strikes the right chord, sorry. Sounds as if you liked it, but if you had to give it a score, what would you rate it on a 10-point scale? I definitely liked it, but I wouldn't say it was perfect. Something felt off about it. Oh yeah? And what was that? The action was subpar. It just felt like there was something missing. This was supposed to be a Yakuza movie, but there was no impact, no thrill of the clash. Beyond that, the Yakuza themselves felt kind of forced, like the director didn't know how the Yakuza was supposed to act. Oh, I was thinking the same thing. Wasn't a single fight scene that felt like it had the oomph and order. None of that bone-crunching satisfaction. Real shame, too. Best parts of Sunset 1 and 2 were the elaborate action sequences and the authentic feeling Yakuza setting. I bet that's why 3 flopped. You know, I actually had a chance to talk to Sugano, the director. That's the only reason I watched Sunset 3 at all. Interesting. He was depressed because his movie wasn't received as well as 1 or 2. He even considered quitting over the fan response. Must be young if he's having trouble taking criticism like that. Don't blame him, though. It's tough taking over on someone else's work. And sure, Sunset 3 was rough, but it had some real emotional moments. First 2 in the series had them too, but nothing on that level. The old director was good at covering up his flaws, but he didn't have much of an eye for real human drama. Rumor has it he actually pushed for the studio to bring Sugano back for Sunset 4. That's how much he liked the third. Huh. If you want my opinion, I think Sugano's got a long career ahead of him. Just has to mature a bit. Get some experience under his belt. Sounds like you know a lot about this. You must really love the film industry. You got that right. More than that, I love talking about common interests over a nice glass of whiskey. Anyways, I'm gonna go catch some fresh air and maybe teeter on home. Good talking to you, Kiryu-san. Likewise, Fukatsu. I'm sure that guy is, no one important at all. Kiryu-san. Whoa, what the? Sugano, how long have you been there? And also, why are you doing the thriller pose? Since you and that old man started talking about Sunset 3. That was the whole conversation. I saw you sitting there when I came back from taking a leak, but I figured I'd wait until you were done talking to approach. Honestly, Kiryu-san, it means a lot to know that you watched my movie, and it's nice to hear such frank, honest opinions.
As you know, I've been thinking about stepping down as the Sunset 4 director. Nothing about this has been easy on me. But I've changed my mind. I can't quit. I want to address the flaws of Sunset 3 and make the 4th entry in the series its best ever. But I don't have much knowledge of the Yakuza life or the fighting. I need the experience of these firsthand if I want to succeed.
Yeah, you've got to. Wait, no, don't do that.
Maybe I'll go join the Omi Alliance. They should be able to educate me on Yakuza life. Think they'll hold tryouts anytime soon?
Yeah.
Hold on, this isn't the type of situation where you really want first-hand experience.
But how else can I learn enough to make a film that delivers on authentic Yakuza experience?
Well, I'd rather know you not joining the Omi Alliance, because that means you would have to hunt me down. I mean, you don't need to know that, but still. Fine, I can teach you. I'm sure I know enough about the Yakuza to make an authentic film about it.
Wait, you're not one of them, are you, Kiryu-san?
Of course not, I'm just a civilian. Calm down.
Oh, what a shame. Just a fanboy then. Can't blame you there. Everyone romanticizes the Yakuza.
Yeah, they even make a whole entire video game series about romanticizing the Yakuza.
Anyway, in that case, can I ask you to stop by my office? I'm leasing for Yakuza Sunset 4 so we can talk.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, thank you, Kiryu-san. Right this way.
Oh boy, this is fun. I like this. This is your office? I was expecting something a little more cinematic.
Oh, sorry to disappoint. The props are all stored on the studio lot. Since I'm only here for the shoot, there's not much point in getting cozy.
I guess that makes sense. Also makes it easier for the developers to reuse assets. Anyway, now let's get right to it. Are you ready? Ready as I'll ever be.
Then, let me see here. First, I'd like you to play the part of a regular clan member greeting the patriarch's son who's just come home. There's not much reference material in this kind of clan relationship. I have no idea how it's supposed to go. Oh, and the son is coming home from elementary school. Just do whatever you think is natural.
This reminds me of how I used to treat Daigo when he was a kid in the Dojima family office. Shouldn't be too hard. Got it.
Okay, now imagine the son is walking in through that door in front of you. And action!
Well, this is how it was in Yakuza 0. Welcome back, young master.
Oh. And cut! That was great, Kiryu-san. You made sure to treat him with reverence deserving of the patriarch's son. He might be just a kid, but he's an important kid.
Also, I did see that last option. I almost went for it. I was so close, but I thought, I don't know. I'm not sure if it's going to give me another chance. I don't want to risk it.
Super tempted to, though.
That's right. Reminds me of when Daigo was still young, dragging me all around Kamurocho.
Who's Daigo?
Never mind. Play 0. What's next?
The second scene is the crown jewel of every Yakuza film. The one where the hero takes responsibility for a mistake he's made.
Oh boy. True, the fans would never stop complaining this scene was absent or got treated the wrong way.
This stuff isn't really up my alley, so I need your help here as well. After all, I only ever directed comedies before this.
Comedy? There's no place for comedy in a Yakuza story. Are you sure? Are you sure, Kiryu? I don't know. I feel like we had a lot of comedic adventures.
Now, let me set the scene here. You, a captain, are going to say something to the patriarch, then cut your pinky off to make up for your mistake in the underling made.
Sounds pretty heavy.
Yes, that's the point. Now, let's see what you've got.
I don't actually have to cut off my pinky, right? But it's not that type of film.
Now then, action!
I failed you, Patriarch. Patriarch. I failed you, failed myself, failed the clan. And now, I'm going to show you how a man atones for his actions.
Ooh. And cut. Kiryu-san, that was incredible. I could have sworn you were really going through with it.
Well, I could guess how it would work in real life.
You know, you've performed with such realism today. You'd tell me if you were really in one of those families, right? Kidding. I'm sure you're just a big fan.
Actually,
Don't worry. It was just a joke. Next up will be an action sequence where you have a showdown against a...
Enough yapping.
Who are you?
That's what we should be asking the two of you. This is our meeting place. What do you think you're doing here?
Don't be ridiculous. I know for a real estate agency and rented this office out. I can show you the contract.
Hold on, you look familiar.
I know.
This fool's the guy directing Yakuza Sunset now. I've seen him on TV.
Wait, this asshole made Yakuza Sunset free? The one with a credit score that practically went fucking negative? What a joke.
Look, why don't you take your buddy here and get lost, you pathetic loser? Or we'll do your whole industry a favor and make sure you never release another thing. Hey, Sagano, you want to see a fight scene next, right?
Huh?
Take notes. I'm about to give you all the reference material you could ever need. Huh? You had your chance, now you're gonna get a beat down. Die! Well then give it your best shot. Who wants to go first? Come on. Fine, if you're not gonna take the first swing, I'll be happy to oblige. Also, sorry, Sugano. I don't think you're gonna be able to get a rain check on that, deposit that you made for this building. Alright. Let's go. Ugh. Freaking knives. Why is it always knives? Ugh. There was nothing important in these boxes, right? I mean, I'd feel bad if there was something really important in these boxes. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. Ugh. Okay, come on. I'm a man on the edge. And I'm ready to fucking rumble. Ugh. That's some good action for you. Come on. One more! That's a good shot. Did cameras get that? Or they're actually in cameras? This guy's a freaking monster!
I don't want to die.
If you three ever show your faces around here again, I'll make sure that's exactly what happens. Got it?
Yes, we're real sorry.
You okay, Sagano?
Yeah, you saved my life, Kiryu-san. But more importantly, I learned a ton. You were like a beast unchained. That kind of raw fury is exactly what Yakuza Sunset 3 was missing. I've been swimming in such a sea of doubt lately. It's been impossible to make any progress on Yakuza Sunset 4. What if critics pan the movie? What if I let my fans down again? What if the old director Fukatsu doesn't like it?
Wait, Fukatsu? The old man at the bar? I had a hunch.
But this has been an eye-opening experience, and it's all thanks to you, Kiryu-san. I'm going to look over that script with a fresh pair of eyes and get this film rolling. I think I have what it takes to make this series shine, just like Fukatsu did.
I have faith in you too, you Sagano.
But listen.
Oh, well, but listen, I don't think you strive to emulate Fukatsu's style or even his success.
Huh?
There are things you bring to the table that even he didn't accomplish. The raw emotion you captured in your last film was second to none. You need to make the movie you want to make. If the fans can feel a combination of your attention to detail and your passion, they'll love it. As for me, I can't wait to see Sunset 4.
I'll put my heart into it, I promise. Let me thank you, Kiryu-san, for everything you've done for me.
No problem. Looks like Yakuza Sunset 4 is gonna be just fine. Especially with the Dragon of Dojima in a supervising role.
Huh, so you knew all along, Fukatsu.
More or less. And for the record, I never lied to you. I'm nothing more than an old movie buff now.
Suppose you got me there.
Really, though. I gotta thank you. Kiri-san, Sugano's gonna be the pride and joy of the film industry someday, believe you me. You did the world a service not letting him fall flat on his face again.
I didn't do much. I just don't like to see people lose faith in their talent.
Huh. Say, how about we go see Sunset 4 together when it comes out? We can get a discount if you pretend to be my son.
Hey, come on. I think Sunset 4 is going to deserve the full price of admission.
Ah, don't get all high-mighty on me. Careful, or I'll spoil the ending for you.
That's a pretty juvenile threat, wouldn't you say?
Heh, the secret to staying creative is staying young at heart.
Is that so?
Sure is, my boy. Sure is.
That was a fun one. That was a fun sub-story. And you know what? That's a fun way to end off the episode, because it's the end of the episode. Look, I didn't have a good segue for the end of the episode, alright? So, with that being said, if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to do all of that junk that I keep on saying to do. And next time, I think we'll go back to Club 4Shine, and we'll see if we can whip our hostesses into high gear. So, I'll see you guys then.